close-up look at all your Concho Valley High School football. This is Inside the Game. Sponsored by Mitchell Automotive Group.
Well, howdy and happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to Week 7. You know what time it is. KSAN's Inside the Game is back, where we take you inside the games here in the Concho Valley. I'm your host, Griff McClellan. District play is officially underway for 20 Concho Valley teams we cover, which means we've got a stacked lineup tonight of all your favorites, scores, and highlights. So without further ado, let's dive right in, starting with Class 3A and the Wall Hawks. Number 2 team in the state, Wall, hosting the 5-1 Merkel Badgers, opening district play at Clayton Weishuhn Field. First quarter, 7:35 to go. The Badgers strike first. Handoff goes left side in the hands of Rayson Houston. Touchdown, Merkel ahead 7-0. Hawks ensuing drive, showing aggressiveness here, going for it on 4th and long near midfield, but it's not there. Screen pass to Evan Bailey goes nowhere. Merkel takes over on downs. Next drive, 3rd down, free play for the Badgers as the Hawks jump offside. It's intercepted by Bryson McFarden in the secondary, but that play is called back. And the Badgers would punt, though, leading to this. Landon York hits Reed Robertson over the middle in stride. He turns on the Jets, making defenders miss. Cuts downfield. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Hawks. Tie game, 7-all. We're just getting started, though, because we're going to the second quarter now. Hawks driving again at the 1-yard line. York fakes the handoff, now rolls to his right, and that's another Wall touchdown. Dylan Sellers is wide open. Scores standing up to put Wall ahead. From that moment on, Wall just completely took over en route to a 50-point win. Final score, 63-13, Hawks. And up to Class 4A, Lakeview on the road for the first time in 4 weeks after 3 straight at home, taking on the Brownfield Cubs after a historic 4-0 start. The Chiefs carried a 2-game losing streak heading into its non-district finale before a bye week next. Tonight, though, Lakeview is on the cusp of returning to the win column ahead, 50-26 in the 4th quarter. San Angelo TLCA still looking for that highly coveted first win in 2 years, back in town to host Sweetwater. The Eagles' offense has struggled this season, scoring no more than 12 points in a single game thus far. And tonight, that streak unfortunately continues. 69-0 the score at last check. For Sweetwater, the shutout and the rout is on. Brady returning from its bye week at Bulldog Stadium to kick off district versus Dublin. Tonight, the luck was on the Bulldogs side, securing a dominant 62-13 victory. Brady improves to 1-0 in district. Now some more highlights. Thursday night in Coahoma, the Grape Creek Eagles open district, looking for their 4th straight win overall. Going to the first quarter, Grape Creek ball, direct snap to running back Darrell West. We've heard his name before. Breaking tackles, busts the outside, turns on the Jets, and no Bulldog's going to catch him. That's an Eagle touchdown. Visitors strike first. Same quarter, Coahoma would respond, but it's West again on the carry. He's breaking more tackles, going to his left, now cuts it back right and into Coahoma territory. He goes all the way, scores, standing up for his 2nd touchdown of the night. Grape Creek ahead, 13-7 after that PAT was no good. Next quarter, Bulldogs answer once again. It's a reverse to Ashton Ortiz this time. He runs left, breaking more tackles as he gets into the end zone for the touchdown, standing up as well. They take a 20-13 lead. Grape Creek's offense certainly puts on a show with those 3 touchdowns there in the first half, but the second half is a different story. It belongs to Coahoma as the home team. The Bulldogs come back for a 33-27 victory. The Eagles come up short in their district opener. Now over to Class 6A, Central opening district versus its longtime rival, hosting Midland Legacy for homecoming. This is also the 57th all-time meeting between the two squads. Opening drive, touchdown for the Rebels on a streak to the corner there. In stride, PAT good, 7-0 visitors. Bobcats respond, though. It's Colton Hill, 7-7 game early in the first quarter. Game on at San Angelo Stadium. Ensuing kick return. Rebels take this all the way back after a fake reverse. 14-7, Rebels back on top. Still early in the first quarter. We got ourselves a heck of a first half, so don't go anywhere. After a central interception next, Rebels increase the lead to 21-7, but the Bobcats answer right back. Colton Hill times 2, 21-14. Rebels still ahead, though, but Central would capitalize on another takeaway. Bobcats aren't going away in this one just yet. Micah Smith calls his number, 21 all at San Angelo Stadium. Again, can't say it enough. What a ball game. Bobcats and Rebels saw a total of 73 combined points in just the first 2 quarters of action. Legacy led 38-35 at halftime, and there's obviously still a ton to digest from this one, so we're now going to send it over to Brian Cunningham, who is live at San Angelo Stadium for some updated post-game insight. Brian, take it away.
Good evening, I'm Brian Cunningham. We are live from San Angelo Stadium. It's a perfect time to join us here. It is a packed crowd down here at San Angelo Stadium for not only homecoming for the Central Bobcats, but it's district openers. They bring in longtime rival, 57th meeting between them and Midland Legacy. Midland Legacy and the Bobcats had 73 total points scored in the first half, with Lee up by 3 points at the first halfway point. They're calling a penalty right now. Bobcats took a shot down the field. They're only down 9, 51-42, with about, 9 9 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. They are currently driving. They just need about 50 yards to pull within another score. Again, they're down 9, 51-42. Again, if you have 9 minutes, if you need to come on down to the stadium to open up district play, this has been a barn burner. Again, we're going to send it back to you guys live from San Angelo Stadium. District play kicks off tonight. Sending it back.
All right, Brian, certainly sounds like a thriller. With that said, it's time to call our first time out of the night, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, we'll have all Class 2A scores and highlights. Stay with us. Inside the Game returns after this break. All right, folks, welcome back to Inside the Game, Week 7 edition. As promised, let's dive right in with some Class 2A scores and highlights, starting with Cristobal on the road. Cristobal back from its bye week along with all 2A programs in the Concho Valley tonight, hitting the road at Colorado City versus the winless Wolves, and this one goes to the Cougars, but not by much. They ground out a low-scoring 15-6 win to start district on a high note, and Sonora on the road as well, taking on KSAN. The Broncos look to pick up right where they left off in Week 5, coming out their bye week, taking their 4th straight win, and they make it look easy. Sonora gets it done in district opener on the road, 42-8 over the Buffaloes. And mighty Ozona, oh my goodness, the number 7 team in the state has been on an absolute tear this year, hosting defending District 3-2A Division I champion Reagan County. Hard to believe after this score. Tonight, Ozona makes a statement once again, perhaps its loudest of the year, if you ask me. And yes, you are reading that score correctly. Destroy would be an understatement. Ozona puts up 102 on the Owls at last check, potentially room for more. Talk about fireworks. And for the Mason Punchers, their quest for a 15th consecutive district title begins in year 1 of the Wade Griffin era. Mason finished non-district with a 2-3 record, looking for a second-half turnaround, and they do just that, claiming the road victory to open district, pitching their 2nd straight shutout dating back before their bye week when they beat Cristobal 2 weeks ago, winning tonight 18-0. Now to some more game highlights. El Dorado hosting Ira Ann. 2 playoff teams a season ago set to clash in this district opener at Larry Mitchell Stadium. 14-0 Ira Ann lead, dropped snap, but the Braves endure it. A shot over the hitting the crosser there. 20-0 Braves up early on. The route is on early, but don't go away just yet. The ensuing kickoff had a 2-parter. First, the Texas sky looks amazing. Shout out to Caleb McGuire for filming that. And 2, Eagles answer back with a kick return touchdown of their own. 20-7, Braves still ahead by 2 scores. But another Ira Ann touchdown extended the lead to 26-7, so it looks like Ira Ann's beginning to run away with this one. But El Dorado not going down just yet. The Eagles answer back with another long touchdown of their own right there as he makes a great hop over the middle and would take the halftime lead in this one, battling all the way back. And this one turned into a back-and-forth affair. These squads exchanged leads in the 4th quarter, and in the end, it's El Dorado coming out on top at home, 45-42, in an absolute thriller. Sterling City and first-year head coach Calvin Luke are trying desperately to turn their season around after an 0-5 start, and they do just that with an emphatic 65-0 triumph in their district opener over Van Horn. The Hornets secure that much-needed win, starting district play on the brightest note possible. And the Miles Bulldogs look to snap a 3-game losing streak hosting Albany. The Bulldogs came in 0-9 all-time against the Lions. They're looking to change that. First quarter action, Albany possession, and the Lions get on the scoreboard first with a 1-yard touchdown run by Braylon Billington. PAT failed, so 6-0 Lions. Still first quarter, Miles ball now. Quarterback Liam Yancey weaves his way through the defense, and look at him hurdle this defender. Great play there. Shout out to Charles Bryce for the filming. Later in the first quarter, Bulldogs possession again. Liam Yancey trying to hook up with a receiver, but Albany's Jackson Street picks him off. Tough half for Miles. Second quarter now. Albany possession. Lions running back Woods Peterson drags defenders with him. Man, he's just impossible to bring down there. And later in the second quarter, Lions ball again. Quarterback Clay Chapman connects with Callahan Fairchild for a long touchdown pass, and it's 13-0 Albany after the pick. That was the score at the half, but it's just more domination in the second half. It was all Albany the rest of the way. Lions take it 48-0 in a dominant shutout on the road. And to close Class 2A, the 5th-ranked Junction Eagles open district play with a win, or well, sort of. Due to limited player availability, Center Point had to forfeit this district opener earlier in the week, and the Eagles technically get credit for the win to improve to 6-0 overall and 1-0 in district. The Eagles unintentionally get a 2nd straight bye week, so a 2-week hiatus formed here before truly kicking off district play in Week 8 when the Eagles travel to Brackettville. Time to call our second time out of Inside the Game, but don't go away because when we come back, it's time to roll through our 6-man lineup. Stay with us. We'll be back after this quick break. Welcome back to KSAN's Inside the Game Week 7 edition. As promised, time now for our 6-man lineup. 2 teams are on bye week. Those are Water Valley and Eden, but all others kick off district play tonight. Let's start in Mertzen, where the Hornets await their 3rd straight top 5 opponent. 5th-ranked Robert Lee bringing its talent and depth on the road, taking on a struggling Erie County Hornets squad. First quarter Hornet ball, but that's a fumble. Robert Lee immediately draws the ball loose, setting the tone early, never looking back in this one as they go the other way with it. And the Steers make him pay on the ensuing drive. Brenner Sherwood, you've heard his name recently, plows his way through the Hornets defense, rumbling all the way to the end zone, bringing several defenders with him. Touchdown Steers. Steers possession once more. Sherwood again makes a man miss and scores. Nice move there. Sherwood dominating again. What else is new? Touchdown. The Steers make easy work in their district opener. 54-8, the final score from OK Wolfenbarger Field. Steers are undefeated. Paint Rock hosting Verabest in this all Concho Valley district opener. These two finished at the bottom of the District 8-1A Division I standings in 2024. Hoping to turn things around and change things tonight. This one results in a 50-point Verabest win, though, 66-16 the final score. The Falcons get back on track, and there's new life this season after a 1-5 start. Defending district champion Menard coming in undefeated, looking to silence Leakey at Finley Field, and they do just that. Taking care of business once again in their district opener, 59-0 the final score tonight. The Yellow Jackets get their third straight shutout win, outscoring opponents 172-0 in that span with the latest 59-0 win. Winless Blackwell coming in at 0-5, hoping history will repeat itself. Hear me out. Hosting Olphin 1 year ago. Blackwell also started with an identical 0-5 record before running the table en route to a district title tonight. That title defense begins with another win, 74-28. Blackwell hoping to turn the tide this season. And Bront started the season 3-0, having fallen to 3-3 since, looking to get out of that losing streak and return to the win column home tonight, hosting winless Lorraine. Second quarter, Bront up 22-6. Lorraine looking to make some moves, but the Longhorn defense has other plans here. The Horns putting on the pressure. Check out Joel Pena, the senior linebacker, hauling in the INT here to give Bront great field position. And ensuing Longhorns possession handoff to Parker Holland, who's making reservations for 6 thanks to a nice lead block from Andrew Rico. Extra point try, no good though. Horns up 28-6 after the score. Next Lorraine drive, Andrew Rico leading the way to the previous possession, but here on second and third, doing work against the Bulldogs offense. The solid Bront defense would lead to this connection from Jack Robbins to Raymond Williams, like the last touchdown right in the wheelhouse, giving Bront the 34-6 advantage. And it's all Longhorns tonight as Bront cruises 56-6. And time to call our final timeout of the evening, but don't go away just yet because, as usual, we will conclude tonight's exciting show with some fun trivia, Week 7 headlines, and an early Week 8 look ahead. Stay with us inside the game returns right after this. Welcome back to KSAN's Inside the Game. Time now for our final segment of the evening, and you know the drill by now. Without further ado, let's dive into some trivia. And of course, if you're not familiar by now, with football season comes our annual Concho Valley High School Football Trivia Challenge. To enter the sweepstakes, simply visit our website, ConchoValleyHomepage.com, click the contest tab above, and submit your answers each week for your chance to win the grand prize, a $100 HEB gift card. That's what I'm talking about. Weekly winners are announced every Sunday night at the end of the 10 p.m. broadcast and sports segment, so be sure to tune in then, 48 hours from now, each of whom receive an automatic bid for the final drawing. The grand prize winner will be announced at the end of the season in mid-November, just about a month from now, so stay tuned for that. Looking at tonight's trivia question, which two Concho Valley teams call San Angelo Stadium its home? Is the answer A, Lakeview and Central, B, Lakeview and Wall, C, Central and Wall, or D, Miles and Cristoval? Once again, remember to visit our site to submit your answer. Now looking at some Week 7 headlines, Midland Legacy and Central go back and forth, especially in the first half in that thriller. Brian even told us at the start of the show that this game is still going on, so I don't have an update yet, but hopefully Central is coming back in what was a 9-point game. And going over to Class 4A, Lakeview is on the cusp of returning to the win column, closing the door at Brownfield, ahead by 24 on the Cubs at last check. Looking to go to 5-2 before its bye week. And number 2 Wall overcomes a slow start, trailing early in the first quarter, but manages to win this game by 50, destroying the Merkle Badgers, who, by the way, were winless last year, but kudos to them for a turnaround this year, who are now fall to 5-2 in this district opener. Wall just continues to roll. Mason grinds out a low-scoring 18-0 win, pitching a shutout, kind of like a high-scoring baseball score, if you ask me, claiming its second straight shutout win tonight, defeating Thorndale, moving to 500 overall on the year and 1-0 in district. And finally, Erie County is absolutely no match for number 5 Robert Lee, as Brenner Sherwood once again puts on a show, guiding the Steers to another emphatic win to open district on a high note. And time to look ahead to Week 8, and once again, there's plenty to look forward to. Starting with Central, the Bobcats travel to face another longtime rival, Odessa Permian. Second-ranked Wall hits the road once again, set to face Cahoma. Grape Creek hosts its district home opener versus Stanton. I forgot to mention Lakeview's on its bye week too, so we'll see them in 2 weeks. Brady stays home for another district foe. Eastland and Cristobal welcomes Big Lake to town after Big Lake, Reagan County looking to rebound from its 100-point loss tonight. But wait, there's more. Ozona collides with Sonora in what could be an epic Concho Valley showdown. Mason is ready to pack the Puncher Dome, taking on district foe Harper. 5th-ranked Junction officially kicks off district at Vacaville, and 6th-man 2nd-ranked Water Valley returns from its bye week to face Verabest. Another top 5 team, Robert Lee, returns to Griffith Stadium, where visiting Paint Rock awaits. That's all for KSAN's Inside the Game Week 7 edition. Thanks for joining us as always, and don't forget to tune in next week for all those exciting Week 8 matches we just talked about. So have a good night, Concho Valley.
Football staff is provided by Chick-fil-A. Inside the Game is sponsored by Mitchell Automotive Group.